Hello, my name is Marie Laveria, and I have the channel Living a Simple Life. And I want to first thank everyone for subscribing and all your wonderful comments. I really appreciate all your feedback, and I try to answer every one of them. I might have missed a few because I get them through different ways, and I might have given you 2 responses back, maybe 2, and I apologize if that happened. I'm new to YouTube. I've only been on here for 6 weeks, so it's all new to me. But today I thought I would share. I have a new diet. I don't like to call it a diet. I eat differently than I used to. In August, I started to eat differently because I wanted to lose some weight, but I didn't want to be hungry. So I started this diet, this eating differently, with incorporating in my diet, in my meals, along with I eat chicken, fish. I love haddock. I love salmon, shrimp, scallops, lobster once in a while. I eat once in a while. I also have a bison burger at home because I like red meat once in a while. I crave it, and so I get a pound of bison meat that's ground, and I make burgers with it, and I freeze them, and once in a while I thaw one out and I eat it. So the food that I will show you today, however, are beans. And I used to make beans from scratch, but now I buy them canned. They're organic, and the can that they're in are treated so that there's no bad interaction with the metal. And I eat grains. And some of the grains I didn't know about till I took those different classes over the years for natural cooking. So I will share some of that with you today if it's helpful. On my website, livingasimplelife.org, I have a page on recipes, and I have a tabbouleh. I have a picture of it, and I have the recipe for it. And I plan on doing more of that as time goes on. I just haven't had time. Building up my channel has taken a lot of my time, so I will show you some of the foods, and I hope I'm able to make the camera look at what I'm actually trying to show. I'm still learning to do that too. So the first grain that I would like to show you is, well, it's rice. There's the basmati rice, there's jasmine rice, and there's organic short grain brown rice. And then the pearl barley. The barley, if you buy whole barley, it's quite hearty and it's chewy. And so I buy the pearled one. I sometimes will use the other one in the stew or something, but I favored the pearl barley. Then we have the quinoa, which is in the recipe of my tabbouleh online. Quinoa is extremely small grains, and I couldn't make a little pile of those because they were it's like air. Then we have the rolled oats. You're all familiar with that. I have that in the morning. And rolled oats are processed, and so are the steel oats at the end here. Steel oats is processed, but it's not, it still has a lot of nutrients in there. So all of my grains pretty much are gluten-free, but you have to be careful when you're celiac, and you have to have total gluten-free, because some of the grains are processed in factories where they have other things that might get in there, and it would not be good for you if you have celiac. But all these grains pretty much are gluten-free. And with grains, it's always important to have vegetables, and I favor I like carrots, I like broccoli, and I'm very lucky here. We have a garden, and we have kale. I can have as much kale as I want almost all year because kale survives the frost. So kale is a leafy green, the broccoli is a ground vegetable, and the carrot is a root vegetable. And it's always important to have a variety of vegetables. I eat salads too, but right now in cold season, salads are not as much of a popular item on my kitchen table. Then the other things that I use are beans. Now, I used to make them from scratch, but these are at our big local food store here. Pinto beans I used to make refried beans. I have a recipe for that. Eventually all the recipes will go up on my website, but they're not there yet. And the black beans are little beans, and I usually cook them quickly. I saute onions and mushrooms, and then I put in the beans with a little tamari, and that's a soy sauce. That makes it just a little, well, it's a gluten-free soy sauce tamari, and it makes it just a little bit not spicy but salty. You know, it seasons it a little bit. And then I have the dark kidney beans, which I use in my chili. And with my chili, I usually have tempeh instead of Hamburg. Tempeh is a wonderful alternative product to meat, especially in the chili. It tastes, it looks like meat, so you think you're eating meat, but you're eating soybean products that are very hearty. They're fermented. It's extremely healthy. In fact, I can easily show you that. I just got a batch from Connecticut. They make it there. The Rhapsody company makes the tempeh, and they do a wonderful job. I love this one particularly. You can get it another type at the food stores. They have other brands, but this is my favorite. And then when I do use flour, I use organic whole grain, and I hardly have used flour in my diet because that does not help you lose weight. I didn't lose a lot of weight, but 13 pounds is 13 pounds, you know. I don't eat pasta right now, but except once in a great while. But when I do, I eat this rice pasta, and it's very, very, very good. And then I forgot the two things in the middle. Green lentils are also very good. Green peas and just regular lentils are very good to cook with also. Different dishes. So all of these healthy items, ingredients, can help a person eat well. If you're a big eater, you can eat a lot and your weight will still be manageable. If you cook them, you know, I use olive oil for my oil, and I try not to use too much of anything that has a lot of calories. So anyway, I hope this was helpful, and thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.